अव्यक्ति परिवार में आपका
We
स्वागत
welcome
है।
you in
आज है
Avyakti
दिन
family. Today is day 30th.
बनाए अपने अंदर
Come, let's make
सतयुग
heaven
की
internally.
साइलेंस।
The
ये
silence of
अव्यक्त
Satyug.
सिग्नल
The Avyakt
अंतिम
signals
परीक्षा
are
में पास होने के लिए परखने की शक्ति को बढ़ाओ। आपका जो वायदा है कि हम एक हैं, एक के हैं,
so
एक के
increase the
होकर
powers of
चलेंगे,
to discern.
एक की हिम्मत पर चलेंगे। यह सदैव पक्का रखना। जितना
Your
आप अव्यक्त
promises, we belong
की
to one.
करेंगे,
We belong to
उतना
one
हमारे
and will remain
अनुभव
as
को
one.
सहज परख
We will
कर
follow the
अपने
dictates of
से
one.
रखते
Always let
हैं।
this be firm.
अव्यक्त
The more
सिग्नल
stable you remain in the
से
Avyak
हर कर्म
stage,
में
the
अलौकिक
more
माया
easily
का
you'll
अनुभव
be able to
होगा।
discern Maya
हर
and
कर्म में
keep yourself
से
safe. By
अतीन्द्रिय
staying in the Avyak
संतुष्ट
stage,
होंगे।
you will experience
चेहरे पर
spirituality in your
भावनाओं
every
में
action.
अलौकिकता दिखाई
You will
देगी।
experience super sensuous joy
अभिमानी
through
दीदी
all your
स्पीकिंग।
physical senses. Spirituality and uniqueness will be visible on your face. Now we'll listen to Mohini Didi.
ओम शांति। बाबा कितनी अच्छी अच्छी गहरी बातें सुनाते हैं। एक परखने की शक्ति पर हम पूरा महीना मूल्यों से बाबा की पॉइंट सुनते रहे। तो अगर एक एक शब्द पर हम ध्यान दें तो आज बाबा कहते हैं हर कर्म इंद्रिय से अतीन्द्रिय सुख का अनुभव होगा। ये मुझे एक नई बात लगी, क्योंकि हम हमेशा अतीन्द्रिय सुख को ऐसा मानते हैं इंद्रियों से रहित, अर्थात एकदम आंतरिक मन का आनंद। लेकिन आज बाबा कह रहा है कि हर कर्म इंद्रिय से भी अतीन्द्रिय सुख महसूस होगा। इसका मतलब जब हम आंखों से देखेंगे, मुंह से बोलेंगे, हाथों से काम करेंगे, पैरों से चलेंगे, तो एक फरिश्तेपन की, एक अलौकिकता का अनुभव होगा। तो बहुत अच्छी बात है और इस पर और मनन करेंगे हम और देखेंगे कैसा अनुभव रहता है। तो कल के लिए हम ये होमवर्क लेंगे और दिन भर में ध्यान रख के कि कैसा अनुभव हो रहा है। क्या इंद्रियों से कर्म करते हुए भी अतीन्द्रिय सुख। तो आज जो हमें कल के लिए होमवर्क मिला है, सत्युगी साइलेंस। यहाँ पर हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं साइलेंस हो, संकल्पों की साइलेंस और वाणी की साइलेंस। एक हिसाब से हर कर्म इंद्रिय की साइलेंस में आंखों से भी जितना जरूरी है उतना ही देखें। तो संगम युग की जो हमारी ये स्थिति है साइलेंस के अभ्यास की, तो अभी तो देखो साइलेंस की रिट्रीट करते हैं, 3 दिन साइलेंस करते हैं, या हम सब का अभ्यास है। मैं तो कई बार अपनी बुद्धि को शांत, मन को शांत,
I keep my mind silent, my body silent.
बहुत बोलने को बहुत कुछ है नहीं जैसे
Nowadays, there's not much to say.
नेचुरली, जैसे क्योंकि पहले तो होता था
Naturally,
इधर की बात
like
करो, उधर की करो,
sometimes
उधर
we
की
are talking here, there, we are
करने को है।
something or the other we are speaking.
और अभी तो आपस में ज्यादा से
So
ज्यादा
now
ज्ञान की लेन देन करेंगे,
we are speaking more and more about knowledge,
फुर्सत ही नहीं है।
and we don't talk anything else. We don't
तो
chit chat.
सतयुग में तो नेचुरल
So
साइलेंस होगी,
the homework that we have is
लेकिन
silence in
उसमें फिर हम
Satyug.
क्या बात
So
करेंगे?
in Satyug there'll be
या तो
silence. I was
कैसे
wondering
आज
what
का
will we
नाश्ता
talk.
किया,
Here we
क्या
asked that
खाना
what
बनाया,
breakfast did you have, what food will we
इस तरह
make.
से आज का क्या प्रोग्राम है।
So what is the program for today?
तो वहां पर तो
Over there,
ज्यादा हमारा जो लेन देन चलेगा,
our
मुलाकात
give and take will be, meetings will be, communication is
बहुत
through
कुछ इशारों
drishti.
से चलेगा, शब्दों में बहुत
It will be through signals. We'll be communicating. We'll be
नारायण जब
very less through words. We'll be
चले
communicating.
जाएंगे सवेरे,
Lakshmi Narayan will
तो
go
शांति
for a
में
walk or something, so they'll be very peaceful in silence. I remember Brahma Baba used to say when we were in Abu that when you go around for just going for walk, so Baba used to say don't talk much. There were many sisters, like church, the nuns that stay in nuns. So Baba said when they walk, they don't talk. Baba used to say, you also remain peaceful. Don't talk when you go for a walk. But then what happens is when we meet after a long time, we exchange news with each other. Or in your mind, if there is something, there's some situation, so we talk with each other. But in Satyug, that won't be there.
समाज का सुख, परिवार का सुख,
There will be
मन
a
का सुख,
happiness of community, happiness in the family.
बात
It is the world of happiness. So what will we talk? So Satyugi silence, which we'll practice, you will check that internally we are pulled, like let me go in silence.
कर लो.
So 10-15 minutes do silence. Make your intellect absolutely peaceful. So it will pull. So this is also Satyugi sanskars, golden aged sanskars. One is to understand a thing, another one is to experience it. We understand it because we want to experience it, and maybe you're experiencing it.
तो समझ और अनुभव का आपस में
So
कनेक्शन हो जाता है ना.
understanding and experience have a connection.
चर्चा करते हैं कि
That
क्या
is why we
समझ ठीक
speak
है.
about this topic, that do I understand properly? Is my understanding good? Again and again, we hear that let's go in avyakt stage. It is like pulling us from internally.
कि अभी मुझे थोड़ा व्यक्त स्थिति में चले जाएं.
So I want to go in avyakt stage now.
मन को शांत कर लें.
Let's make our mind peaceful. So these are golden aged sanskars that are pulling us,
forcefully
in which
हमको साइलेंस पे
artificially
नहीं
or
जाना
forcefully we don't have to go in silence.
जाना पड़ता. आजकल
We
तो
don't have to
प्रोग्राम
go with the program. Nowadays, there are programs that half a day, let's do silence, or we'll do this, or when the song will go on, then only we are silence. When in traffic control, we are silence, as though in a program only we are in silence. In Satyug, in Golden Age, it will be a natural silence. So the silence of the soul, the nature, silence of the nature, it will be so beautiful.
पानी की लहरें हैं,
Whether it is the waves of water, or whether it is the
पक्षियों की
wind that is blowing gently, and
तो
whether the children who are
आवाज होगी
running around, the sound that everything will have will be natural.
और आजकल तो देखिए बहुत जरूरत पड़ती है ना म्यूजिक की.
And we see now that music is needed. We like it to hear the song. We hear Baba's songs, or we listen to the songs related to the knowledge. But in Golden Age, there'll be natural music.
ऐसे नहीं कि कल्चरल
It won't be like cultural something. That will also be there, but in that also, initially, before the instruments that were used, that was sitar. So in sitar, there is a lot of sweetness. When the sitar is played, it is like as though your strings of your heart are pulled. Nowadays, look at the instruments they have. Nowadays, there's no sitar, there is guitar, or any other instruments are there. People like the sound of those instruments. So what happens is, when there is a lot of sound outside, because they don't want to listen internally, they are tired. So they listen to the outside sound, and they are busy in that, and they are not listening to the inside voice. But we are listening to the inner voice, the natural music. And now Baba says, sing the praise of my virtues. Experience supersensuous joy and dance. So dance means not a heavy dance, but our
एक
organs.
बहुत ही सुंदर तरीके से हाथ उठते हैं, पैर
Very
चलते
beautifully we move our hands and legs. That is called Ras Leela. Ras Leela, there's no training. You don't have to learn. When you're experiencing supersensuous joy, then physically also you're doing Ras Leela.
सत्युग की
It's a
silence
beautiful topic that silence in Satyug. We'll pay attention to that tomorrow.
मर्ज हो रहा है
Let's see
और
how
इमर्ज
much it is
करते भी
emerging
रहेंगे हम
and keep on
और
emerging
इस
it.
बात पे ध्यान देंगे कि कर्म
And pay
करते
attention
हुए
on this, that while doing actions,
अतीन्द्रिय सुख में रहें
how we'll stay in supersensuous
और
joy
कैसे साइलेंस में रहें
and how to remain in
और जैसे
silence.
अंदर भीतरे सुख का अनुभव हो
And internally, you should experience
अतीन्द्रिय
happiness.
सुख हो
So, supersensuous joy
से भी हर प्रकार से
from your
रासलीला
mind,
होती
and in every way,
और
there
सत्य
should
की
we
साइलेंस
should be doing Ras Leela and experience the silence of Satyug tomorrow. Om Shanti.
आओ स्वर्ग बनाए अपने अंदर
Let's
सत्युग
create heaven internally.
आज हम इस सत्युगी संस्कार का अभ्यास करें
Today we are
अपने
invited
सभी
to practice the golden
परिवारजनों
aged
के प्रति
sanskar of
जागृत
Satyugi
और
silence,
सुंदर रहते हुए ओम शांति.
the being awake and beautiful to all family members.